Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So I'm here with my cash stuffing video for October. Can you believe we're already stuffing the cash for October? Anyway, I've got my envelopes, got my binders with my sinking funds envelopes, got my cash tray with my cash and a little bit of extra, which I'll explain at the end. And I've got my iPad, which I am still loving using this for my budgeting. I am definitely going to use this for the rest of the year because I'd already sort of challenged myself to do that, to try it out and see how I liked it. But I'm really liking it so far because I can change things really easily, which I really like. Hello, puppy. So let's get going. We're just move the cash over. We'll put this to the side as well. I'm trying to get it out of the glare. There's a lot of glare. My light, it's not broken, but it's not working properly. It's very frustrating. So I'm sorry about the lighting. Anyway, let's get into this. So we're gonna stuff these first. These are my envelopes that sit in my purse. I don't know if I had these ones last time. I made new ones. I was using tabbed ones, but they were too big. And all of the notes in this country have gotten slightly smaller. The big £20 notes were quite large, but they've actually gotten smaller. So I could make them slightly smaller to fit better in my purse. So I did. I made myself some purple and orange ones for Halloween. So let's go for it. So we have Eating Out, which is getting £80 all in 20s. 20, 40, 60, 80. So this is for our local Chinese, which is where we go normally once a week. And they only take cash, so that is that one. Okay, then we have Fuel, which is for my car, which is getting 60 in 20s. And then 2 10s. I can hear Ben making a lot of noise in the playroom. I'm sorry, I'm filming this during the day because my filming schedule this week got all out of whack. So there's £80 for my fuel. Okay. Then we have Play Scheme I'll do next, which is getting 20 all in 5s. And that is Isaac's Play Scheme that he goes to every other week, but in October he has 2 extra, so we need a little extra. And then I have decided to start putting some in miscellaneous. So our budget changed for a couple of reasons. I might actually do a budget review at some point, but a couple of different things changed. So I had slightly more wiggle room. So I've decided to make miscellaneous have £10 in. Okay. I'm just going to put £10 in every month or around that because we do actually use it for miscellaneous things, so I am going to stuff it. So that's £10 for miscellaneous. Okay, so that's all my envelopes that sit in my purse, so I'm just going to put them in. And I literally just, they tuck in perfectly now that they're so much smaller. So that's fine. Also, somebody asked about our notes. So we have different notes in the UK. So in England, you get English banknotes. I don't know if I have any. I'm gonna have a look, hold on. Okay, I've just looked out all the different banknotes that we have. So in England, there is Bank of England banknotes. And that's it. So those are the 3 different banknotes that you would get in England: 20, a 10 and a 5, okay, all from the Bank of England. And if you go to England, they will argue that English notes are the only ones you're allowed to use, and that these, which are Scottish banknotes, are not legal tender, which technically is true. Scottish banknotes are technically not legal tender in England, but they are widely accepted, and yeah, you are allowed to accept them, but people are allowed to refuse them, just FYI. I used to work in a bank It might have changed since then, but I don't think it has. It's just become like an industry standard that you're allowed to use them. Anyway, these ones are all issued by the Bank of England. So that's what you get in England, is those ones. They're very pretty. Very pretty indeed. Then in Scotland, we have 3 different banks. So there's loads of different banks everywhere. Like there's HSBC, NatWest, loads, TSB. But in Scotland, there are 3 banks that print notes. The Bank of Scotland, the Royal Bank of Scotland, and the Clydesdale Bank. So that is what you get in Scotland. So we have Bank of Scotland, Royal Bank of Scotland, and the Clydesdale. These are the 3 different £5 notes. I'm going to zoom you in. These are the 3 different £5 notes you would get in Scotland. But we also have English notes as well we use. So those are the £5 notes. Forthbridge. And then £10 notes, you have Bank of Scotland, Clydesdale, and Royal Bank of Scotland. So those are the 3 different £10 notes. Which are all very pretty. I actually think that the Scottish notes are prettier than the English notes. And then for 20s, you get the Royal Bank, the Clydesdale Bank, and the Bank of Scotland. So many men on the notes. And then when you flip them, that's what you have on the other side. So the only, so the colors are the same. So it's purples for the 20s, like a reddy orange for the 10s, and blue for the 5s. And the sizing is different. I genuinely, when I watch cash stuffing videos from America, I do not know how you cope with all your notes being the same color and the same size. Like, they're all exactly the same. That would totally throw me. I would get very confused. Anyway, so yeah, our notes are 3 different sizes. You can see, and if you're in Scotland, you can get 4 different types of note. If you're in England, you just get the 1. So there you go. There is your lesson today about British banknotes. I'm sure that was wildly exciting for you all, eh? So next is bus, which I keep in this, which is our rollover envelope. So we have some money in here already, but bus is empty because husband overspent. He actually filled up. One of the people who takes him to work, he filled up their car, and I was like, why did you fill it up? She doesn't take him very often. Normally he just gives her like some cash every so often. And he was like, oh, I didn't have any cash, so I just filled up her tank. And I was like, do you know how much that costs? No, but I did get a receipt. Hold on. And out comes his receipt, and it was £55. So yeah, he was a bit confused, a bit shocked by that. So he's learned his lesson now. So anyway, we're putting in 50. So we've got 20, 30, 40, 45, 50. I'm going to need to print another one of those. But I tend to use this for Savopoly and the occasional. He's going to be taking the bus once a week home because they're starting an event on a Monday night, which is easier for him to get a bus home from. So yeah. But I don't stuff any others in there, so we're going to put that one away. And let's get going with our sinking funds. So these are my sinking funds that I stuff every month regardless with a larger amount. So it's a set amount. It's like I actually have a goal for these ones. So back to school. So this is getting 30, which is just a 20 and a 10. We increased this last month because I didn't feel like it was getting enough, especially now that 2 of them are in school. So yeah, we've increased what I'm putting in. So we should have 135. 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 35. Perfect. I also take school shoes out of here. So like I did just use this to buy Ben some welly boots. Okay, next up is ballet, which this is for Posy for her ballet classes, and any uniform she needs. So this gets £25 a month because I worked it out based on how much we spent on uniform. And then I did actually work out the fees. I have no idea what Ben's doing. So we should have 65, 20, 40, 50, 65. Yeah, my filming this month, this week is all out of whack because we had a power cut on Tuesday. So having to film this during the day on Thursday in order to get it up on Friday. So Ben is in the background doing goodness knows what on his iPad. So next up is birthdays. Again, this is getting £65, which is what we normally put in. And that means we will have 210. This will be getting used a little bit this month because it is Isaac's birthday. Oh, this will get used a bit this month because it is Isaac's birthday. It's also my brother's birthday, but I have actually already bought his gift. So I don't think I need to spend anything on his birthday. Score. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 5, 10. Okay, next up is car, which is empty. Very sad. It is empty because I got my dash cam and tow bar fitted on Monday and it took everything in the envelope. So we're starting fresh. And this is getting £60. So I actually have 20, 40, 60. I think I'd done this already where I've made 2 envelopes for this. Car and car insurance is separate so that I had a set amount for car insurance that I had to save, and this is just for things like if I need tires or car tax. No, I added car tax. Okay, I've actually just noticed a little bit of an error in my cash sheet. I have added a car tax envelope and I split car and car tax. So car is actually only getting 45 because car tax is a set amount every month and so is car insurance, and so I want to be able to split them up so that car insurance and car tax has a goal and a set amount every month. Car is just not as and when, but it's a set amount every month, but it doesn't have a set amount that's going to be coming out. So it's for things like MOT, or if I got a chip, well, I got a chip in the windscreen and had to pay the excess for that, or if I have to buy something relating to the car, it's for that. Okay, so now that I've fixed that, see, I liked that I can just delete and highlight and everything. Anyway, so I've added in car tax. So car is only getting 45, so we'll change that. Car insurance is getting 60 because that is how much I need to make up to what I think my car insurance will be based on last year's car insurance. I mean, it's possible it will go lower, it's possible it will be higher. You never know with car insurance. But I should have 260, so 20, 40, 60, 80. 1, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60. I really hope I've swapped the notes out properly. We'll soon see, won't we? Okay, so that is car insurance. Car tax. So this is a set amount every year, and because I just got a new car, new to me, it has a year's tax on it. So I knew that I could start this month with saving the exact amount. So my car tax is actually £155 a year. I'm saving £15 a month because that means it's in 11 months I'll have more than enough. And so it just gives me that extra sort of buffer of a month to pay it early sort of thing, you know? Anyway, if that made any sense. Christmas, which is getting quite fat, is getting 100. And again, I actually spent some money. I spent £95. No, I spent £90. I bought a gift already. And I also bought Greg's advent calendar out of that. He doesn't always have one, but his favourite brewery, one of his favourite places, not brewery, but places that sell beer. but not a set brewery. They do an advent calendar and it includes loads of the beers that you like, so we ordered that. Anyway, we should have 925. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 86, 20, 40, 60, 87, 20, 40, 60, 88, 20, 40, 60, 89, 25. And my goal with Christmas was always to have £1,000 by Christmas. So we're definitely ahead of that, because in November that'll be £1,000. But and I've also spent some, so we would have reached it by now. I do need to make my Christmas budget soon, because I'm trying this year to not go over that. I seem to go over it every year. I need to try not to. And I'm also going to rejig my sinking funds, I think, in advance for next year, because I want to add a sinking fund for Christmas decorations, because I tend to buy a lot of like Christmas and Halloween decorations. So I want to add a sinking fund in for those rather than taking it out of my Christmas budget, because it's harder to stop myself spending the money, because it seems like we've got a lot, but this is for gifts really. So yeah, anyway, home. I hope that made any sense. Home is getting 30, which it's only got 10 in because I spent some. See, this is my point. This was always like home stuff, but I ended up using it for decorations. So 20, 30, 40. So I want to have a separate decorations one, because this should be building up really for anything important we need, like, I don't know, if a repair or anything like that. So yeah, I am going to do a rejig of sinking funds in the new year. Home insurance. Oh, apparently I've lost my little ticket. Here we go. Home insurance is getting 40. And that again is based off last year's home insurance charge. So 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 70. So that's fine. And again, you tend to get a month's notice of how much it's going to be. So if it's going to be more, I can work that into the budget. Oil is getting 120. We just got a top up of oil yesterday actually, or the day before, no, yesterday. So I paid that today. It was 290. 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. So I'm quite interested to see how this sinking fund works out. I'm not reducing the amount now, but like, we didn't get a top up since April, but it's the summer and our oil only works our heating. So it does tend to sort of jump up over winter, but I'll be interested to see how much we actually use, you know? So 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 50. Yeah, I'll be interested to see how this goes, if I'm budgeting too much or not enough. I mean, that's possible. When we first moved in, it wasn't enough, but we seem to have gotten a better... Our boiler has been repaired a few times, so it seems to have done the trick. Pet, this one is changing. We used to put in £100 every month, but we are signing the dogs up for the pet plan at our vets, which includes worming, flea, and I think money off anything else, like any treatments. But anyway, I always thought it wasn't worth it, like it wasn't cheaper for us, but actually it is, because they've been billing me incorrectly, which is fine. It's not a problem now, but we are changing it to this. So that's going to cost about £50 a month. So instead of putting 100 in here, I'm just putting 50 in here, and that will pay for the groomer and the cat's worming and flea treatment, because that didn't work out cheaper going with the vet's plan because of the size of cats we've got. Because of the size of dogs we've got, it works out cheaper. So 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 80, 93, 305. The only thing is we have got well, not all, 3 of our dogs need dental treatment. 2 of them are getting done in October and 1 in November, and it's going to be about £150 per animal. So we've got enough for the October. But in November, we're only going to have 50, so we might need to rejig to work out that a bit better. I'm actually debating moving one of the dogs to December. Only because I think we would be able to work it out better. But also, I'm doing like, I feel like I'm going to be taking care of doped up dogs for like 2 months. Yeah, I don't know. I'm having to think about it. So, TV. That is for our TV license, which you pay in the UK. And for our Disney Plus and things like that. We have actually just cancelled our Sky television, which gets cancelled, finishes this month. Well, actually in October. So I might, at some point, put a little extra in here to pay for things like, if there's going to be something on that we really wanted to see that you can only get on like on Sky, we can get it on Now TV, but you have to pay for that. It doesn't happen very often. Yeah, I'll be honest, there's not much that's likely to happen, but you never know. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 91, 10, 20, 35. But yeah, that pays for our Disney Plus, Greg's PlayStation thing, and for our TV license. So that's everything in this envelope. This is actually money that we use our credit card to pay for things, and then I take money out of sinking funds, put it in there to put into the credit card. So that's what that is. So it doesn't get stuffed. But that is our sinking funds binder. Next up is our savings. So these are, they don't get a set amount every month savings, except they do now. Okay, these are the other ones have to have a set amount, the ones we've already done. These ones don't. So these are my other funds, and I have just started last month my all get £5. So every envelope in here gets £5 because I actually really like it. It makes me feel like I'm contributing to each and every one of them a bit better, like I'm actually doing something. Every little bit builds up, you know. But then I also have more than £50 in my others fund, so I can decide which other envelope gets. So yeah, essentially there are 11 envelopes in here. 10 of them will get £5 and the 11th one will get whatever else is left over. For example, this month I have £60 to put into here, so 10 of them will get a £5 and 1 of them will get 10. It just means that each one is getting that little bit every month so that it can build up. So this month, Beauty is the one that's getting extra because I'm getting my hair done. I'm sorry, there is a Facebook chat for the new primary ones, and they chat. Anyway, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 75. I'm getting my hair done on the 23rd of October. I'm very excited about it. I only get my hair done like every 4 to 6 months, so that's why putting a £5 in is fine. But that is getting 10. And then all the rest are getting 5. So, Christmas food. The should have 70 once I've added the 5. The slots for Christmas delivery open up on the 16th of November. So 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70. So this is for like our turkey, and for anything else very much related to only Christmas. Clothing, getting a 5. We will need to put in here soon because Greg needs some new shoes. 10, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, Greg needs some new shoes and his shoes cost a fortune. Which we don't have to buy them. We only buy them like once every couple of years. But yeah, they're expensive. But he needs them. They last him well and he's got weird feet. So then next up is dates. And we will actually have some dates to go on in November. November or December? November and January. We're going to the theatre, so 10, 20, 30, 35, 40. This is to pay for like if we want to go out for dinner first. Or it was to pay for like if we wanted to go to the cinema. There's something coming out of the cinema that Greg wants to see. I can't remember what it is. Need to figure that out. Emergency fund. We have the recommended emergency fund. I use it as my buffer in my current account. But I decided we needed to start another one. So this is for things like, say our boiler broke. This would go towards that. Or like, let's imagine something just got destroyed in my house and I need to pay the insurance excess. It would go towards that. So 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85. And it might not seem like a lot, and it's not a lot just now, but again, it will build up over time. These things build up. Ben is being very noisy today. We already made Play-Doh today and made a big old mess, and oh my god. So it's 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 95. This is real life planning right now. And I can't do it at night because on Thursdays and Friday nights, Greg uses the office for D&D and Magic, which is very noisy, so you can't film. So yeah, it was now or never, everybody. Now or never. And I wanted to get the cash put away. Still want it sitting out. Next up is homeschool, which is getting 5. We did spend a little bit this month on a game, Pop the Pig. 20, 30, 40, 45, 50. But this will go towards, he's getting food. Can you hear the cupboards banging? That's him helping himself to food. Probably going to hear a chair dragged along in a minute. Medical is next. This is for, we don't pay for hospital or doctor or anything like that here. It's for dental. We still have to pay for dentists. We actually don't pay a lot because it's subsidized by the government. But, and we've gone subsidized, we're not private, but you still have to pay a little bit. So like when I got my root canals, it was £160. 10, 20, 25, 30. So yeah, and things like cleanings and stuff, although we haven't had any dentist appointments. Our dentist left, and because of COVID, I don't know what. We got a letter though saying Posey, only Posey, was going to be removed from the dental list because she hadn't been. I'm like, well, nobody's been. I need to phone them. Anyway, shows and tickets getting 5. I did actually buy some tickets, but I didn't take it out of here. So this will be good because I'll let it build up a bit because we're going to see some shows and theatres are coming back and things now. So 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75. Ben is the noisiest child. It's just noisy. I need to remake this envelope though because I messed up the top and it makes opening it really hard. I might do that this week. Then sofa savings. We have bought our new sofa. But I am saving up for either another sofa because the kids need one in the playroom or another one in the living room. I think I'm going to like having just one, but Greg thinks we need 2. So 20, 40, 60, 65, 70. And we'll see what I decide. And then tattoo, the last one also gets 5. I am determined to get another tattoo. I just don't know when. So £5 at a time is perfect because it's quite expensive, but it's going to be a while before I get one anyway. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90. Yeah, because can't afford it. Can't afford to just be going and getting tattoos. Those were the days. So that's my I'll get 5. Then I have this little amount of money here. So I told you I was going to explain it, and I will. When I told you we bought oil, we got an oil top up and it was £290. I phoned, I paid it, we paid our bill. Then the company phoned and were like, ooh, you had a credit on your account, which was left over. We used to pay, every month we paid a standing order to their bank, and they allocate, like they took out whatever we paid, whatever we were charged in oil just got taken out. But I was struggling to keep track of it and know how much was there, and I wanted to be able to work out if I needed to budget more or less. That's why we've moved to using a sinking fund for it. But I forgot that when we got our top up in April, it didn't use up all of the money that was in the account. And so this was left over, and they said, we could credit you, but this is probably going to happen, like leave it in the account. This is going to happen again. And I was like, no, actually, can you just refund me? So they refunded me. So we had £60. It was actually like £64.81 or something, but £60 refunded back to us. And so I was just going to put it in the oil envelope, and then I was like, no, because we're fine. I didn't need it in there. I was like, I am going to use this for some of these sinking funds that I would need to fill up a bit more this month. So we've got £60 here. I already told you I'm getting my hair done. £75 is possibly not enough because I get it bleached. So out of my oil refund, I'm putting 30 in, which means I will be left with, should be enough, and I won't have to take any out of my fun money. You see? The bonus of a refund. So 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 91, 105. That should hopefully be enough, and if it's not, I'll need like maybe £10 more. So that's perfect. Then we are also going to put some into dates, because as I said, we are going to the theatre once in November and twice in January. Oops, 15. So I decided to just put a little bit extra in here so that we were good to go in case we wanted to go out for dinner or anything. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55. Because last time we went to the cinema and for a meal, we spent £80. So, you know, I like to make sure we've got enough. So that's fine, that's dates. And then the last £15 I've decided to put into holidays. So we are actually going to Edinburgh in October for 3 nights. All of us, the whole family, we've got a caravan. So that's all paid for. So everything is already done, but we're going to have to pay for food, and we're going to do some day trips and stuff like that. So I wanted to put some in here. So we've got a little extra. I mean, that's not going to pay for all of us to eat for 4 days, but it will go a good way towards it. So 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 91, 105. Oh no, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 115, 110. Yeah, so I'm hoping that'll be okay. And I'm also going to be able to use, like, we're not going to have as big a grocery bill that week because we're going to be away. But also we're staying in a caravan, so we can take food with us as well. So that'll help. So that is the extra going into there. So that was my extra £60 gone into these ones, and our tray is empty. So that is our extras, our other envelopes stuffed. And I'm just going to show you the other ones. There's nothing going in them just now, but I'll just show you them. So we have Savopoly, which I took the money for our sofa out of. So we have 440, but I took 400 out for the sofa. Scentsy still has 20 in, which isn't mine. Planner Funds has got 110 because I spent 120 at Hobonichi. So we've got 110 in there, that's not bad. Planner Advents, I've added a little bit, so we've got 40. There's none left in Planner D-Stash. I used it. I actually used it on Aura Estelle. So yeah, And then the kids have got their pocket money ones, which have got a little bit in, which I've told them they can't spend because we're going on holiday. They can use it then. And Isaac has still not added anything else to his tortoise fund. I've told him it's going to take him forever. The problem is, he says, oh, I can add birthday money, but he doesn't actually get that much. We don't, this sounds terrible, we don't know that many people who give gifts to us or the children. So, like I see on Facebook sometimes these kids getting like lots of money from people, but we don't get that. My brother and his wife have set up a savings, like premium bond thing that they give the children every birthday rather than giving them junk. So they get a little bit of money from like their other grandparents, but not a lot. So Isaac never really has a lot of money that he wants to put into tortoise. So one day he'll get a tortoise, but it's gonna take him years. But that's my third envelope, which is my other savings. So that is other savings getting nothing this time. Our others is stuffed and our sinking funds are stuffed. So that is everything stuffed. That is £910 total has been stuffed into my envelopes for this month. If I get any extra during the month, I add it in. So this is what I like about this being on my iPad. So I have my sinking funds here, and I've got a plus section and a minus section. And in the plus section, I added in that £60 and I can just rub it out and change the total. So if I add anything else during the month, I just add it on to here. And then I have a page where I write down any transactions that come out. And at the end of the month, I total them up there, and I have my ending balance and my new starting balance. So we actually have a total of £3,115 in sinking funds before adding for this month. So at the start of the month, that's how much we had in total, which that's amazing to me. When I look at the balances, it doesn't feel that much, but it is. It's just one big savings that I've allocated in different ways, and I really like it. Sinking funds give me reassurance. That's what they do, and for that, they're worth it. So that was a really long video, probably because I took the time to show you my notes. But anyway, that is everything. I will leave links down below, but it's my Facebook group. These will be coming probably in October, to be honest. And this I made myself. This is just a planner I made on Planify Pro that I made myself to use on here. And it is an iPad Pro, I can't remember, 11-inch I think, with GoodNotes app. Damn it, dog. With the GoodNotes app. So yeah, that's it. So if anybody has any questions, please ask them down below, or you can find me on Instagram. I'll put my Instagram name just here. You can also find me in my Facebook group. If you request to join, please answer all 3 joining questions, because that's how I weed out the bots. And like I say, envelopes will be coming and binders will be coming back in October. So yeah, that's everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.